Right, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be something that, I feel like I say this all the time, but it's going to be something a little bit different. It's on the second channel, so there's always random shite on here. Anyways, it's basically something that I started a long time ago, shocked that I said I would do many episodes for, and didn't. It's the council cast, even though I'm not actually in the council house anymore, and I'm with Lewis, who left the council house even longer ago than me. But I mean, we're going to keep the name, it sounds cool. But it's basically a podcast where we're just going to talk about, like, YouTube beef in a sense, and, like, the topics that's happened on YouTube recently, stuff I wouldn't really talk about on the main channel. I get a chance to talk about them here. And also I want you guys to leave a comment down below. Let me know, do you want me to just record the podcast and upload it in its entirety on the channel and just leave it at that, or do you want me to upload it in its entirety and also upload clips? So like each segment, upload clips for that segment so you guys can kind of skip the ones you're not interested in. Let me know in the comments down below. But either way, we've got a few topics to talk about, and if you don't know who I'm with Lewis Buchan. Say hello.
Hello, how are we doing?
The gorgeous Lewis Buchan. He's Scottish,
Ooh.
So for all you people who might be new here, he does have a dodgy accent, that is true.
My accent is easier to understand than yours.
Nah, mate, come on. I realise people slam my accent a lot, but it's not that bad. It's okay. I actually thought going on Keemstar, I was going to get absolutely pounded with like people like, what the fuck's this guy's accent? What's this guy's voice?
No one even commented on it, did they?
Nah, not really. I literally saw like one negative comment about myself, and even then I was like, yeah, that's fair enough. Someone was like, he's a bit obnoxious, isn't he? I was like, fair. I guess we can talk about that as the first topic, so he was all kind of already on it. The snow situation with Keemstar. How were you feeling when you woke up in the morning? You were like, Markie's on fucking DramaAlert.
Mate, I was so confused. So, if you don't know, I've got a normal job. I have to get up at 6 in the morning. So I got up at 6 in the morning. It's about 20 past 6 a.m. About to hop in the shower, and I look at my texts, and then Callum sent me like screenshots, like DMs, and then all of a sudden, you were just like, he pronounced my name wrong. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, oh, I'm in the recent DramaAlert. I was like, well, what? And you're like, uploaded 5 minutes ago. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm listening to it like half asleep, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I was just, when he called you Markie, I was pissing myself.
Yeah, so I was literally laid in bed, because it was like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning my time when he first actually DM'd me. And he just DM'd me, and it was just a normal conversation at first. He was like, oh, I liked your video or whatever. I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, it went just from him saying that he liked my video, it was like, do you fancy a debate? I was like, oh shit, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm half asleep. I was like, okay. He's like, you've got 10 minutes. So I was like, fucking hell, I had to wake myself up for like, after 10 minutes of like literally being laid in bed. And then, yeah, we went on, and I think it went alright. What do you think?
Yeah, you did. I thought, like what I said to you, I thought you done really well. Like, because, like what I said to you, mind, I was like, I don't know how you kept your cool. Like, just the amount of shit he was coming out with, I would have probably lost my temper and be like, mate, you're talking absolute shit. But you kept your cool, and I rate that.
That's the thing, mate. Like so when someone actually did say I was being obnoxious, I was like I get it. Like I was being obnoxious. I was being a bit like I was basically belittling him, but it was hard to just stay like kind of sane while talking to him, because he was comparing him, like having thumbnails of girls bent over and photoshopping like underage girls onto naked bodies and stuff, to me doing a video on Derv. And I was like, how in any way is that comparable? I just didn't understand at all. So I was a bit
You know what my favourite part was?
What?
You know what my favourite part was? When he went, well, I didn't do the dance.
Yeah. I was like, oh, so what's your excuse for titling a video Mackenzie Ziegler, who's a 13-year-old girl, inappropriate dancing? Well, I'm not the choreographer. I was like, what? And you can even see Keem's face. He was like, what the fuck are you going on about?
Yeah, that is the worst excuse I think I've ever heard for uploading a video. Like, what? Just
yeah. Well, if I'm caught on, like, literally every comment is literally like, oh, you were literally talking out of your arse. And then he's shown that fake ID. So here's the thing, right? The fake ID situation, because I don't know if people have seen, because I didn't mention it on a live stream.
Yeah.
But in case you haven't seen, he basically showed an ID where it said he was actually 19 years old, which I didn't understand, because that wouldn't have made it any better. Even if he was 19 years old, he'd still be overage talking about underage girls. But then I was like, I didn't get a chance to see the ID while we were recording, so I couldn't really comment on it whilst we were doing the debate. But then afterwards I saw it, was like, mate, that doesn't look right. The numbers look a bit dodgy on that. I know every comment like on the video basically picked up on it as well. They were like, that looks fake as fuck, that ID. But then I got into a group chat with some people. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the people. I think I can, because one of them made a video about it and he did say who was helping out. So I was in a group chat with Nerd City and Memology, and they were basically looking at the IDs and stuff, and we just basically came to the conclusion very fast that it was like very fake and it was basically photoshopped. And he said in the video, in the debate, he was like, "Oh, my brother's actually older than me." Like after I said I knew who his brother was.
Yeah.
And I had a very good idea that his brother was actually younger, but I was like, I don't want to make myself look stupid. I haven't had a chance to properly like look at it because I wasn't expecting that to come up. So I was like, whatever. And then afterwards, we look at his Facebook page, and the brother is 100% 19 years old, so 100% younger than he is. So the fact he even lied about that straight away was suspicious. But what we're like 99% sure happened. Oh well, I know Keem's like 100% sure he tweeted about it today. That he's literally photoshopped his brother's date of birth or the year that he was born in and put it on his own ID, and that's how he's done it to say he's 19 years old.
I reckon.
But so he's basically just lied, and he's like 100% sure he's 23 right now. And I was like, if you're gonna lie about your age and you're gonna try and make it seem better by photoshopping an ID, surely you wouldn't make yourself 19, would you? I was like, how the fuck does that make sense?
I just don't know how someone could lie that much on such a public platform like DramaAlert, like pretty much.
Mate,
not just people, like YouTubers watch it. So, like, how can he just make? How could he had so much confidence in his shit he was saying? I was just you know what?
You have no idea how many people from his university or from his like school before uni have literally messaged me being like, "Oh, so on DramaAlert, here's the yearbook." I've literally got like 5 people sending me the yearbook showing that he graduated in 2013 when you're 18 years old. Do the maths. He's now 23, like we said originally. I was like,
oh, interesting.
DramaAlert gets 1 million views at least a video. Obviously, someone from your university is going to see that.
Oh yeah, someone actually that works in the police in Canada DM'd me and was like, "Yo, tell Markie I work in the police," and I checked the database and he's 23 years old. I was like, "Oh,
check the
lovely."
database. He's probably talking shit, to be honest, though.
No, this guy, I actually know this guy. He's like late 20s, so I don't think he was. I think he was telling the truth.
Fair enough. Yeah,
it
was 100%. But yeah, he's basically a creep. Do you see that his Instagram's been taken down?
What, really?
Yeah. So he's either, I don't know if he's deactivated his Instagram because, well, it could be for a few reasons. It could be because he's getting loads of hateful comments, and it could also be because he's hiding something. Like he knows he's commented something in the past he doesn't want people to find out. And
it's probably that.
Yeah.
Because you can disable comments. I know that. Like all footballers do that when they
he literally did that. He literally disabled comments on like his most recent videos, or put them on like timed out or something like that. But yeah, he's either deactivated his Instagram or it's been removed because of the stuff he's been commenting. More likely, he's deactivated it. He's not commenting about anything on Twitter anymore. Like Keemstar tweeted that earlier. He didn't try defending it. He wasn't even. He was just like. He didn't really own up to it. He did reply, and it was just like a snarky comment. I was like, whatever. But I feel like the jig's up. He's pretty much fucked himself.
Do you think Keem will make a follow-up video? Just like I think he will. I think he'll make like not a full video, but I reckon he'll mention it.
I would like to think he would. I'd hope so, just for the sake that people like who don't use Twitter will be able to find out like he did lie about his ID. I know most people already know that, but like,
especially how much like fucking effort he put in just to like. To convince Keem, etc. You get me?
Yeah, like legit, like completely faked it. And have you sseen the video where I went onto a call with him and basically asked to see?
Yeah. His facial expressions say everything.
Oh mate, 100%. I'll play it on the podcast. I'll play it on the podcast right now.
How do I know you're actually Callum here?
What do you mean?
All I hear is a voice. I don't know who you are.
Oh mate, all I'm asking is to see the ID.
What?
All I'm asking is to see the ID.
I still don't know who you are, though.
You do know.
Boy, you realize for 2 years I've never told anyone anything personal, and you want me to show you my ID. But my government issued ID right now.
Yeah, you just sent a picture of it, so...
Yeah, with my name and address blurred out.
Alright, cover your name and your address with your finger. I asked him to literally see the ID on a video, and he was like, "Nah, we're just gonna change the subject." He knew it was photoshopped, and that was that.
He's like, "I don't know you.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it went well. I was like, at first, I was a bit like, "Oh, it's like I'm very tired. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. If I come across bad, this could end really badly." But I had my more subscribed day from that. So thanks, Keemstar. Bloody lovely bloke.
Shout out to Keemstar. We love you, Keem.
He was actually to be fair though. I've said this to you already, but. I didn't get to talk to him much when we were on call. I spoke to him a bit after the DramaAlert episode, and he seems like a nice guy, like off camera.
Seems like a nice guy.
He seems like a lovely
guy. He's a family man. He's a family man.
He's a family man. But
he's a family man.
I feel like that sums up the Snow situation. I feel like we can leave it at that. The conclusion is that he's a bit of a fucking creep.
Oh, he's a
nonce. He's a nuance.
He's a nuance. It was the tweets that, like what I was saying to you last night. I was like, I just don't know how so stupid people can get that many subscribers. Like, he is literally just like.
Well, he doesn't even know how recommended works. He has 660,000 subscribers. He doesn't even know how recommended works. He thought subbotted. He didn't know recommended was a thing.
Your view kept at 40k, didn't it, Markie? Yeah, Markie. And you're like, what are you talking about?
I was literally like, I have no fucking clue what you're going about. He was like, yeah. And then when Keemstar was like, oh yeah, I know someone who literally has to like rely on recommended. He was like, no, but that's only when YouTube has an update. That's the only time it happens, when YouTube has an update. He was like, no, that's not how YouTube works. I don't understand how he's got this far being that thick, but I mean, he has. He's went with it. But either way, we'll move on to the next topic that I wanted to talk about, and I think this is going to be very brief. But I basically asked on Twitter for topics that people want us to talk about, like stuff that I wouldn't talk about on the main channel, whatever. The one that kept coming up was Zoella's book. So Zoella back scamming, I use that in quotation marks, scamming her fans or whatever. And I know you haven't seen too much about it, but from what you have seen, what's your opinions?
What I'm sitting here thinking is, I'm thinking if the calendar situation didn't happen, would people be criticising this? Like,
yeah, that's exactly that. If people haven't seen the book, it's basically like a lifestyle book, and she like teaches people how to make like paper chains and stuff. It's obviously stuff that you and me wouldn't buy, first of all.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not made for us. Like, it really, like the Zoella advent calendar was different because that was like £50 for something that realistically only cost about a tenner to make. Of course. Shit. But this book, I feel like people are being a bit over the top.
It's like 9 or 10 quid. Like, I mean, it's very simple. The only people that are going to buy that are going to be her fan base, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it just because it's her.
The reviews are good. The reviews are actually good for it. Like, people who actually bought the book have actually reviewed it good. Obviously because it's for a different audience. I feel like because the Zoella advent calendar for like Jack May and other people done like really well, people have seen that and be like, oh shit, Zoella's name gets views, which obviously you will do as a YouTuber, and they're just overly criticising it. I think it was just like a little book for kids. To be honest.
I really hate when people like take stuff like too critical. Like, the calendar, I was like, that's justified, but that I just feel like.
This is the thing, like, if someone was to make a video on Zoella, like a full video on Zoella, and it had like multiple points, if someone brought that up as like a sub point that was like maybe like a minute long or something, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. But to make a full video out of the fact that she made a book that wasn't that good, I was just a bit it's a bit over.
So it's when we're people book critics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but it's also, I get it, it's also people's opinions. Some people have different opinions on it, and it does rake in views, so I do understand why they did that. But I feel like we can leave that at that, because I don't think there's that much to talk about. I don't think it really is a situation. Have you seen that? There's a girl called Eltoria. Have you seen that? She's made a calendar.
Eltoria?
So this.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that on Twitter.
She's basically a Zoella ripoff. Like, she looks like Zoella. Like, and talks like Zoella. Really? Yeah. And she's also made an advent calendar this year that is a 12-day advent calendar that each day has little gifts like candles and stuff like that, and it's also £50. Like, she literally just ripped off the Zoella advent calendar from last year that got criticised a fuck, and she redid it and thought, you know what, that'll work, and she's obviously getting blasted for it.
Is it Boots doing it again?
It's not Boots, no. But the thing is as well, so I mentioned it on Twitter, and people were like, apparently she's like, because there's only a certain few, like she doesn't sell that many, it's very limited. Apparently she's put like products in the advent calendar that she just got sent that have been like discontinued and stuff, so it's not even costing her. Like, she just put like second-hand items in the advent calendar and stuff like that.
Oh, lovely.
So I was like, what the fuck? I feel like people, it's a very big money grab at the minute. Like, this is the thing with me as well. I was like, I wanted to re-release my merch, because obviously I'd only ever released on my second channel, and I want to release on the main channel, but I don't want to do it right now because I feel like it will just come across as like a money grab from the DramaAlert episode.
Yeah, you're trying to.
So I'm waiting until that dies down a bit, so it doesn't look too fucking scummy, because I don't want it to look like that at all. It's not about like the money. Hence why I put it up on the second channel originally. But yeah, I think YouTubers are just getting a bit greedy. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's the thing with YouTubers. Like, I don't know about you, but me. Like, as long as I've got like enough money just to like do what I want, I'm like fine. Like, I don't get it when people are like rich but they still want more. I'm like, fair play. They've got a money mindset, but that could never be me.
Yeah, like, even that Snow guy. Like, when I went on a call with him after the DramaAlert episode, he was like trying to take the piss out of me for like tweeting about being poor. And I was like, mate, do you not realise that's like my thing? Like, I call myself poo all the time. He was like, you have no money. You were struggling to get the train. I saw it on your Twitter. I was like, mate, you're a fucking idiot. Like, who says that? Who actually says that? But yeah, YouTubers have become very greedy. Speaking of greedy, or maybe greedy,
Who?
Saffron Barker.
Oh, we love Saffron.
Saffron Barker, eh? What's your opinions on Saffron Barker as a person and a channel? Like, stuff?
Of course, I'm not gonna lie. Have I watched a video of her? No, I've not. The only video I've watched of her was the Kira Bridget collab. That's the only video I've ever watched of her. So I don't know what she's like normally. All I know is her from her social media, and like I said, I don't know her. I've not met her in person, and she doesn't really. I can't really judge. The only like thing that I've had with her whatsoever is, do you remember when we were all at Summoner City and everyone was out drinking and she tweeted saying something like, "Oh, everyone's out partying while I'm sitting working hard editing," and I was just like, oh.
The thing is, right, yeah, so she tweeted that. So we were, if people don't know, we were at a YouTube event at Summoner City where there was a party afterwards or whatever, where like all the YouTubers went. It was a normal thing. And then she tweeted something like, "All these YouTubers going to parties getting drunk while I'm out here working and editing the vlog for tomorrow." And then in her apology video, for what we'll talk about in a second, she literally said it. She was like, "I don't actually watch my videos back after I've edited them. That's how I made the mistake." She was like, "The first time I actually watched that video back was at the same time everyone else did. Like, she doesn't re-watch her videos and she doesn't edit them. She just shots the clips in." I was like, working hard.
I can't do that. I watch my own videos literally about 20 times. I get paranoid in case I've made like an editing mistake.
Oh man, I literally rewatch my videos so much. Once I've uploaded them, I'm like, right, I'm never watching that again, just because I don't really like my voice that much. I don't know, actually, I just don't watch my videos.
Yeah.
But
I've watched it about 30 times.
Before I've uploaded, I watch it fucking over and over again
to
make sure.
Loads, same.
Yeah, but she was like, if you actually watch one of her vlogs as well, I guarantee they take about no longer than half an hour to edit. Like, legit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she's done...
They just cuts?
Oh, yeah. Like, she just shots clips in there. There's, like... I don't think she, like, goes through to cut each cut to make it fast, if that makes sense. So, like...
Music? Cinematics?
Nope, nothing. Literally. Oh, bloody hell. I was knocking me one headphone out, mate. Yeah, she literally doesn't put anything in it. She just puts the clips in, done, vlog. And to be fair, she's done good for herself. Like, they get a lot of views for the amount of effort she has to put in. She doesn't have to work that hard for it. Obviously, her main channel's a bit different, but she's done well. But recently, she did upload a vlog.
Yeah, she did.
She was complaining, wasn't she? She was complaining because she was 4 hours late home because someone had committed suicide and the trains got cancelled for it. How the fuck did she think that was going to come across well?
Like, I know people were saying, "Oh, she didn't mean it in that way," but like what you were saying, like, how does someone's brain work like that? Could you imagine going like, "Oh, obviously it's really sad. Someone got hit by a train." Like, could you imagine just saying that?
Obviously, she wasn't expecting the backlash from it, because I guess she didn't understand in a sense, because why would she do it? She obviously, just for PR sake, I know she wouldn't want to put that in if she knew that was going to harm her that way, but it just kind of sums up her mindset with life. She kind of is just, like, I'm sure she's a lovely girl, I've never met her, but she does strike you as one of them stereotypical, like, rich girls, like...
snobby, stuck up kind of, yeah.
She seems like the type of person who, like, when she was a
like,
teenager, she used to, like, complain about her mom and stuff, and, like, say, like, she, like, says that she hates her mom and stuff, like, when she doesn't get her own way.
One of them.
Yeah. So when she was like...
I hate my mum so much.
And she was done, like, she, like, rolled her eyes when she was like, obviously it's really sad, someone did commit suicide, or someone did get hit by a train, and I was like, oh, man, you have not came across well there at all. And then did you see her apology?
I actually didn't know.
Okay, so she...
I seen a Twitter one. I didn't see the... Did you see the video one?
Did you see the Twitter one before she deleted the original Twitter one?
Yeah. It was like, guys, I didn't mean it that way. I've had a friend that's committed suicide.
Oh my god, she said that. She basically used the logic where people are like, I'm not racist because I have black friends. She basically used that logic in the sense of suicide. She's like, I wasn't saying that. I wasn't blaming his suicide and being lit because I also have people. Oh, I know people who've committed suicide. I'm like, that is the worst thing you could say. That does not mean that you weren't being insensitive, which she was. And then her second apology was very different, and it was like a day later. So I think she did wait till the management sent her an apology.
Oh,
but I mean, she apologized.
Was it like a proper Logan Paul apology?
Oh yeah, it was. It was very calculated. It was very different. It didn't seem like she was actually saying it, and I was like, I don't feel like the mistake was that bad to like completely go at it for like weeks and weeks and weeks. But I do feel like the criticism was justified. To be fair.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I'm sure what someone said in a video was it reveals a lot about her, like, as a person. Like, she can say that without like even like she was like, oh, I didn't even notice. Like, the fact someone can say something like that and not even like pick up how like awful that sounds.
Yeah,
that describes a lot as a person.
I think it was just her trying to save herself a little bit. But I don't feel like she should get hated forever and ever and ever. I feel like I saw a lot of people comparing it to the Logan Paul situation. I was like, nah, it's very different. Like she didn't actually film a dead body. Like yeah,
like she wasn't actually like talking about suicide or like mocking it. She just happened to come across bad when like moaning, like making it about herself, kind of. So in that sense, it was like the Logan Paul video, kind of making it about herself, but nothing else in relation. Like
she's gonna have to be very careful now. And this is literally like this was the day before this actually happened. Our pal Josh Cook, who was meant to be here, but he's fucking at the gym. Of course he is. That's all he does. Just goes to the gym, eats broccoli 24/7. Horrible life. But Josh actually made a video on Saffron, criticising a few things here and there, and he wasn't even that harsh, really. He wasn't. No, he says it plenty of times that he actually likes her. He thinks it's all right. But there's a few things she criticised.
Pretty sure at one point he said he wanted to shag her.
Yeah. That's just Josh, though. That Josh says some shit now and then. But either way, she was very defensive about that, and all her friends came to her rescue, which they probably should have. They're friends at the end of the day. Her friends coming to her rescue are fine. But then the next day, she did not like give her friends any justice. Like she went and like criticised this person who committed suicide, and her friends must have felt so stupid at that point.
Yeah.
After just defending it, I was like, if that was me in that situation, I'd be like, for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, because there were so many tweets that so many tweets were going, Saffron is the nicest person and most caring person I've ever met. And then the next day, bang.
And then the next day, she's like, oh, there's someone committed suicide and I was late for tea. How dare he commit suicide? And her friends must be like, oh no, that's what I'd be in that situation. I'd be like, okay, right, that's the last time I defend you. Fucking hell. What a way to give back. But I mean, I feel like that's enough. Conclusion on Saffron, bit snobby, just come across as a little bit of a prick here and there. She was just lovely in real life.
Yeah, but like what I was saying, it's really hard to make your opinion on anyone until you meet them in real life. Like that's one thing I definitely learned about like Summer Side. Like so many people are like, not a bad people, but a lot of people are like different. Just
who actually, this is a topic we weren't even going to talk about, but who actually did surprise you in a sense at Summer City?
Oh shit.
Because I know there's a few people I've criticised in the past. I don't think anyone really surprised me who I've made videos on in the past.
There wasn't like a extreme one. It was just kind of like lots of just, oh yeah, he's nicer than I thought he was going to be. I didn't really have any bad experiences really.
Some people did.
Yeah, some people did.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
That's for another time.
But yeah, there was a few people that surprised me. It did make me kind of think about the videos that I've done, and I've been like, do I want to go as harsh on people? And so and I do know now that most videos I want to do, I want to try and make them more jokey and less deep, which is a bit of a ironic thing to say after the fucking snow videos I've just done. But I feel like that was justified.
It was, definitely.
But especially about people from the UK and stuff, I'm like,
yeah, because I don't think people realise what they're doing, but they're actually like that's what I said to you. I said I will never make a video on a UK YouTuber unless I feel like it's fully justified, because you're just not burning down bridges. But for example, let's say like someone made a hate video on you, then that's going to make me not hate them, but it's going to make me be like on edge with them, kind of like have a slight dislike towards them. Just if anyone kind of goes for just anyone you're attached to, like
I'm not as arsed as that. Like I'm still probably going to make videos on people in the UK and stuff, but I'm just, for the most part, unless it is something like serious, whatever, I'm just going to try and make them jokey. Like the Jake Mitchell stuff, I purposely left out the stuff he did to Saffron Barker. Speaking of Saffron Barker.
Yeah.
Like in the past that people might have already heard. Because I was like, I don't want to make it that deep. He's just a bit of a cringy bastard. We're just going to talk about how he's a cringy bastard for the video. And I feel like that's how I'm probably going to approach a lot of videos from now on.
Yeah, like I don't know if this makes sense, but I don't mind like real life confrontation. Like I don't mind speaking to someone face to face, but I hate the whole tweeting at people, atting them, indirecting them. I hate that. I just can't be arsed with that. Like, so that's why I don't really try and make videos on other UK YouTubers, just because
you just focus on all the Scottish people of the world, all the weird Scottish people.
I just pick on the lowest of the low, people that are like on their knees, and I just shoot them.
Well, did that guy you made a video on like actually say something nice about you the other day?
Yeah, and to be honest,
what's he called?
That Rag Reynolds. So some people might know. He made, because Memeless made a video on it as well. It's like a guy that believes Australia isn't real. So I made a video literally ripping into him. I called him a paedophile. I said that he's the most stupid person. I called him so many things. And then he was like, you know what? A lot of people have made videos on me, but you're one. I managed to sit through it and actually enjoy it. It was very entertaining. And then I kind of feel bad. I DM'd them saying like I appreciate it.
Yeah, a few people have said that to me about videos I made before, and I've been like, not exactly felt bad, but it's probably like the best response. I know some people have made videos on me in the past. there was a guy who made one that was actually really good, and I can't remember his fucking name. It was about. Do you remember when I made a video on Bobby Burns? Like years ago.
It's a very the name's in my head, but it's not coming out.
Yeah. This guy basically made a video.
Standard procedure.
No, it wasn't him. So I actually did make a video on him, and he did say it was a good video, whatever. But it wasn't. Someone also made a video defending Bobby Burns. It's a video I didn't respond to, but I just DM'd him afterwards. I was like, it was actually quite a funny video. He didn't really say anything. He didn't say anything overly bad about me. He kind of just joked how like it was quite funny. So I was like, yeah, it's a decent video, but the standard procedure thing was very different. That wasn't a good video. I have spoken to him since, and he seems alright, but like at the time that was not a good video.
Yeah, like but that felt like such like a compliment to me, to the fact that I could literally like rip someone on every aspect, and then they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was a good video."
Yeah, and hasn't more people have made videos on him, and hasn't he like always went back at them and tried to say shit about them?
Oh yeah. I think like a good 10 people have made videos on him. He's made response ones. Like in the one he most recently uploaded, he's like, Lewis Bucking made a good video where he was like, Lewis Bucking, Buchanan, I don't know. But he made a video. I've got to say, it was very entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I managed to get through the whole video, and I was like, oh jeez, I'll take that as a compliment. And then he was like, this person made a video, boring. This person made a video, boring. So I was like, oh shit.
What is it? He thinks that Australia doesn't exist.
Yeah, he thinks like it doesn't really feel. He says that you get drugs on the plane there, and you get like.
He's not serious.
The thing, I don't think I can be, but the fact that like if you go look at his videos from like 4 years ago, they're just as like out there.
Really? So you think he doesn't actually think Australia exists?
I really don't know. Just by going looking at his social media, it just seems very serious. Do you want to hear what the DM he said to me was? I'll get up right now.
Was it a nice
This is what I said. Sorry?
Is it a nice DM?
This is. Do you know how he said that thing about my videos? I was like, I appreciate you saying that you found my video entertaining despite it about being you. Fair play. And he went, I'm a fair man. As much as you were talking nonsense, and I doubt you have a very high IQ, the video itself was very entertaining. Unlike the vast majority of the video responses people make about me, I struggled to get through most of them, but I didn't struggle to get through yours.
Oh, that was nice, I guess.
It was nice.
Decent. I feel like we can leave that there. Did you watch the Shane Dawson Jake Paul series?
Of course I did.
Did you watch every episode? Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say I found the last episode the most boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I don't know what. Yeah. I fell asleep during half of it. Genuinely.
I kind of approached the last episode as a podcast more than like a video. Like when I watch podcasts, I'm usually just laying in bed, like listening to it rather than watching it. So I didn't really watch it. I just listened to it. I thought it was decent from what it was. I feel like the whole series in itself could have been 4 episodes maybe.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I think I'm happy that he didn't edit all the videos then release them. I'm happy that he edited them one at a time, because as soon as he realised that everyone was taking the piss out of him for going sociopath,
yeah,
and he released that backlash, he was like, alright, okay, sorry, maybe I am taking this a bit too far, and he chilled out about it.
Yeah, so, I think the episode where he went to Jake Paul's house was very good. I actually really enjoyed that one, just to see how Jake Paul lives. There's a very good life.
I just like what you said. I would be a very arrogant person if I lived like mate.
If that, like, this thing, I've made so many videos on Jake Paul. Like, I'm talking a good, like, 30 videos, maybe 40 videos on Jake Paul in the past. They're not private. But if I was him, and I was, how old is he, 20, 21? And
21,
I was a multi-millionaire. He says in one of the videos that he literally got, like, he gets, like, 7-figure brand deals and stuff like that. Like, he's a multi-millionaire.
That is scary when he said 7 figures. I was like,
oh, yeah, like, ridiculous. And he even said, I remember at the end of 2017, he made an Instagram where he's like, I made $50 million this year. And I was like, fucking Jesus Christ. But I would probably be an arrogant piece of shit as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it'd be hard for that to not get to anyone's head. Like, fair play. Someone like PewDiePie, he's the most like humble. I don't think he's ever bragged like once.
Oh, like it's ridiculous. Like I feel like it'd actually be quite hard to not exactly brag, but just to how can you be the same person with that type of money?
Like subtle flexes, that kind of thing. Posting like you never like. I'm pretty sure PewDiePie hasn't actually showed his cars. Like I'm pretty sure one time he's in the background of like his vlogs.
I don't think I saw a video. it's probably not the most reliable source. I'm pretty sure it's from Michael McCrudden, and it was talking about PewDiePie's cars. And I don't think they were actually like anything like overly special, because obviously he's fucking lauded to oblivion. But I was like, he seems very humble. Like he just hasn't really.
I'm sure it's a portion of Volvo he's got.
Yeah, because Volvo's like a Swedish car.
A Swedish brand, yeah.
Yeah, so I think, and I was like, obviously he could fucking afford like a Lamborghini easily, like a Ferrari or something. He just hasn't.
He could afford anything, yeah.
Well, he might do, I just might not know. But yeah, he's pretty decent.
Genuinely, as like fucking gay as this sounds, he's genuinely someone I look up to in the sense of like, I think he's just like he's just very good person all round when it comes to like work ethic,
he's like the perfect
respect.
person to be at the top.
Yeah, like he's generally just so, and the fact that he didn't get like I'm pretty sure he's actually got his YouTube Red series back. I'm pretty sure it's come back for season 2 now.
Really?
I think so.
How?
Scare PewDiePie, I think so. I might be wrong. I'm just
wait. Where did you see that?
Twitter, because I don't, because I know Logan Paul's just got his back as well.
I don't think PewDiePie got it back, if I'm honest. So I feel like that'd be a very big thing if he did. I'm pretty sure he made a video today actually saying that he's not getting it back. But I mean,
fair.
Yeah, the YouTube have treated him unfairly. But if there's one person I'd like to have at the top, I mean, he's not gonna be at the, he's technically not gonna be at the top very long, but he's still, in my eyes, he's gonna be at the top. T-series don't count. But yeah, he's like the perfect guy to be at the top because he is actually genuinely humble. Like, imagine if like the top person was someone like Logan Paul, I'd be a bit like, for fuck's sake, why? But yeah, he's dead. Get back on the unless we wanted to say something dead quick.
No. I agree with your points.
Okay, getting back on the Shane Dawson thing, because we did go a bit of a tangent there. What was your overall opinions on the series in itself?
And my opinions on the series, or my opinions on Jake, or just
everything.
It's kind of hard because like obviously anyone can lie about anything, anyone can act different, but genuinely I did feel like it was a good series. I did enjoy it. Like I said, there was a couple episodes that I was like, oh, bit of a waste of time. Like, do you not remember, was there any episodes you were like, oh, when's the exciting part coming? Oh, it ends in 2 minutes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like everything after Jake Paul was in it was quite good. I felt like the episode of the therapist wasn't needed, to be honest. I didn't actually rate the whole thing. That
could have been like a different series on its own.
Yeah, I think that would have been better as a different series. Or if you merge that into like the first or the third episode, so the episode of Wannabe, or I can't remember what the third episode was. Things about his families or stuff like that. They could have merged that into 2 episodes. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the episodes could have been conjoined, but I do get why he did it as an 8-part series. Like, the amount of money he made of that is ridiculous. Like, as much as like, I'm sure he doesn't only care about money. In fact, I know he doesn't because he puts a lot of effort into his videos. But obviously, money is a factor in life with everybody, regardless.
Yeah, because he still edits his own videos. If I was making his amount of money,
someone else.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be editing my own videos if I was making that much.
Think about how much. I don't want to get into exact figures because it's not really fair on him. But I think it got like 130 million views in total. Each video is at least 45 minutes long. The second, the last episode being practically 2 episodes because it's like an hour and a half. The amount of watch time on that, because a lot of people did watch it the whole way through. He's made a fuck ton, basically. Oh yeah, he's made a fuck ton. So I see why he did it. I feel like the next series that he does, I know he's posted something. I was actually quite intrigued with this. Did you see what he says next series might be?
No.
He wants Bad Baby, as in the Cash Me Outside girl, to swap lives with Jojo Sawar. I think I'm saying her name wrong, but.
Oh.
I was like, it might be something. I can't imagine that Bad Baby would actually do that, but.
Let's say the only thing that annoys me about Shane Dawson, like the only thing, it's only a little thing, is when he pretends that he is poor. Like that's the only thing that really annoys. Like when he acts like he's poor and like he's a peasant and that. Like compared to them, they're more richer, but he's clearly wealthy.
When he says he doesn't have money, he's comparing it to all the big YouTubers. But if he compares it to a normal person, he's very rich.
When he's walking about with that Louis Vuitton bag coming out of his truck, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
his Jeep.
I get what you mean, but I do also get why he says he doesn't have as much money as other people, and he probably I know because he has said that he doesn't get good CPM. That probably is true compared to a lot of people. He probably doesn't get good CPM, but even with shit CPM, he's loaded. Like legit.
Yeah.
Recently.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, I feel like he's something little, but he's like kind of started a new genre in a sense. Like I know. It's maybe not new to...
Did you see Keemstar's trailer for the Leafy?
Yeah. He joked about that himself. He was like,
everyone was commenting saying Shane Dawson is shaking.
Yeah.
Speaking of that documentary comes out in about an hour and a half.
Well, the
so
interview.
that could be interesting to speak about maybe next time
with Leafy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear Leafy's voice again. I think he got the unfair treatment.
I honestly do. I feel kind of bad because it's like everyone was like, "Oh, he's a bully, he's a bully, he's a bully." So it's like, fine, I'll just fuck off for a year.
No, but I spoke to a few people who know Leafy personally, and they have said that he has a good 8 mil in the bank. Like, he's fine for life. Like, he is sorted. So I do understand maybe why.
I know, but mate, think about how hard it is for someone whose life was dedicated to social media to not touching it at all.
Well, that's why I'm coming back.
Yeah, mate, imagine you though, not tweeting, not liking anything, not posting anything for about a year. Like, surely you'd have one night where you'd have a mental breakdown and you'd come back and tweet something or something, but nah.
Well, he has. He's coming back on DramaAlert.
Oh, mate, imagine the scenes if he makes a video back and then iDubbbz drops a content cop.
Oh, he's gone again. He'll be gone again.
He's gone.
Well, it was nice seeing you guys. Goodbye for another fucking year. Dude, what do you think the next content cop's going to be?
I do rate iDubbbz because he's clearly waiting for the right person. Like, he's not. He could have easily jumped on Logan Paul, Jake Paul, or KSI easily this year, but he was like, nah, sit back.
I would be interested to see one on KSI, to be honest.
Yeah, but I feel like he knows that KSI. Because KSI, I remember watching a podcast a couple of years back. I think it was after the Tana Mojo one. KSI was saying that iDubbbz was one of his favourite YouTubers as well. So I was like, oh, that'd be interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
He said iDubbbz was a YouTuber he was watching a lot at the moment. And my Keemstar said that to him as well, though. Keemstar was like, I'd destroy your career if I didn't like your vids. And then iDubbbz was like, okay, I'll make a content.
The reason why I'd like to see one on KSI, I do actually genuinely enjoy KSI's videos. He's probably the person who got me into YouTube, first of all. But I feel like that'd be a good back and forth. I do think iDubbbz would win because I feel like KSI is very criticisable. But I feel like that is part of his thing, is also being like...
It's because no one in the UK wants to criticise him, and I just don't think anyone in the US cares enough to criticise him.
Oh, if someone in the UK tried going for KSI, they'd fail. They would fail automatically. Like, no one would take their side.
Because that's kind of like... It's like a little cult. He's like the leader of just the UK, but he is the leader of the UK
he is,
YouTube.
Yeah, mate. How dead was UK YouTube when he was on his little hiatus, away for 9 months or whatever?
When he was learning.
He came back and the Simon diss tracks happened in the UK was all of a sudden fucking revived. I was loving the Simon diss tracks. I was doing well with that. That was when I didn't care about videos at all. I just upload 4 videos a day, just reaction to diss tracks.
Because if iDubbbz did make one on KSI, there would be a diss track from both ends, and then let's be honest, every single one of the sidemen would jump on it for a reaction video. Every single one of them.
Oh yeah. None of them would go for iDubbbz though.
Oh yeah,
because it gets too many dislikes. It'd be interesting to see. When I was telling people about it, the names that keep popping up is KSI, Mr. Beast. Popped up a few times. Which
Mr. Beast, I don't really like. I don't think there's anything to game with that. Because like what I said, I just don't think anyone cares enough about disliking him, if you get me. Yeah, his content may be shit, but he knows how to make a good title and a thumbnail.
He's too nice as well. He's giving away way too much money to criticise him. Good things.
I feel like if someone's doing something good, it's not really fair to criticise them.
Yeah, right. Anyways, right, I feel like we can move on to the last topic now, and it's a topic that probably most people probably don't know about, first of all.
Oh, fair.
But we can briefly explain it. So there's a situation going on. This is mainly for the UK audience, I guess. There's a situation going on with the Social Climbers and a guy called Ank.
I thought it was Anki. I don't know.
Ank, some type of Ank. And there's also a situation with Ryan Franklin that was also very similar. If you don't know about it, I'll briefly explain because most people probably won't know. Social Climbers being a group in the UK. What do you describe as the UK equivalent of Team 10, just a bit smaller? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're a UK Team 10 type thing. And they have a friend called Anki, who I've actually met.
I met him
at a YouTube event. He seemed alright at the time, I guess. I didn't really talk to him much, but he seemed alright.
Yeah.
But apparently, and I know the Social Climbers said they have proof of this as well, apparently he was using his friendship with the Social Climbers to practically groom is probably the right word. To groom people into talking to him. So he would DM people. He'd be like, "Oh, if you come to VidCon or something, I'll get you to meet the social climbers and stuff like that." And he was like using that as a way to talk to people, girls or boys. I don't know who it was.
Oh yeah, and apparently done that to Ghetto at Summoner City this year. Like he gave her his VIP pass or something like that. Something along those lines.
So too many people do shit like that, man. Like using I'm gonna say using a power, using his friend's power, if anything.
Yeah, because I think he's got like 200 subs or something like that. Like, I think people only know him through the Social Climbers UK.
200 subs. Anyways. I swear I looked at his channel before he had 100k.
No, he's got like 200. Like 200, like 200, not 200,000. Like
you should be able to make a new channel. Because I swear when I first heard about this guy, I looked at his channel, he had 100k and he got like no views. I don't know. I might be talking shit, so I'm not going to say.
Like I'm looking at, I can't even find it when I type it in. Put it that way.
He might have deleted it, but he's basically just denied everything. But he's not actually. This is the thing. No, like, he's not showing any proof.
Because he tweeted saying, "Oh, wait for my response." And people were replying, going, "What with your 200 subs, lol?" That kind of thing.
So he said he's making a response.
Something like that.
You just showed me a video he posted a second ago where he was like, "Oh, people keep asking me how I'm dealing with this situation," and then it's him wiping away tears with like $300. I'm like,
very weird.
How does he think he's not going to come across as a cunt by doing that?
I've never understood like flexing money. Like the only people that are going to be 8-year-olds are going to be like, yeah, mate, he's got 187 subscribers. I told you, 187.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe I was looking at the wrong person then. I don't know. But yeah, like, because I used to be kind of like that person who would try like flexing stuff when I had no right to flex. Like, I would flex Yeezys that I would have to camp out for 30 hours to actually get. Like, I was the worst type of human. This was when I was obviously younger, like years ago. But I would camp out for Yeezys outside the shop because in Middlesbrough it's not that hard to get them because no one really cares here. There's probably like 100 people that turn up. But I used to camp out for 30 hours and then like try and flex the Yeezys by like posting on social media and be like, just cop the Yeezys and all this. And and then I'd sell them on anyways because I couldn't afford anything after I bought them. And I just look back at them and I'm like, you are a dick. You actually are a dick. Like, why did I ever do that?
I've never understood people that flex literally like cash or like I've never really understood people that flex clothes either. Like people be like, oh yeah, my outfit's more expensive than your rent. Not like Ryan Franklin wise, but you know what I mean, like like rice gum and that shit. I've never really understood that. But I still remember like when I used to watch like FaZe like 3-4 years ago and they were all driving Lamborghinis in a massive house and I'm just like, oh, that is kind of cool actually. They weren't really flexing it, they were just kind of showing it.
I feel like there's a difference. I feel like people
there's a difference between
flexing's like whatever. Like it doesn't really harm anyone. It can be a bit annoying here and there, but I feel like it's when people like use it as a way to be like, you're pure, I'm not. And it's like.
Oh, didn't Rice come say something like that? He said something like, he was like, oh, I'm not flexing. This is just my life, or something like that. He said something along them lines.
No, but he does flex. Like, I mean, he does.
Oh yeah, he does. But
and I also don't feel like that's enough to like hate somebody, but like he does. Like, that's just a fact.
Yeah, but he was into that before he even got big on YouTube, I remember. Like, when he was small, I'm pretty sure he was into all, like, expensive clothes and that. I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
Some people have a niche for it. You've got quite a niche for expensive clothes, or you did anyway. I've never...
used to, like, big time. I said I've actually got something... Wait, where is it? Like, I've got a jumper in the background. That I'm trying to sell, by the way. I'm trying to sell that because I can't afford life at the minute, so don't think I'm trying to show it off, because that will be gone soon. But I do have that in the background. But yeah, I used to be that guy who would just try and buy like all the expensive clothing and literally skint myself by doing so. No reason why, just to be that guy for some reason.
Not really just me, just people from my area. That's just not really a thing. Like and if it is, half the time it's just fake. People just wear it for like a kind of
I'm wearing a fucking tie-dye top from like I don't even know where it's from, like Top Man or something. Probably costs like a tenner.
I'm wearing a jumper from H&M and it's 20 quid and I'm like, yes, comfy, love it.
Because now that I've moved out, I've realised how like crucial money is. Because I used to be kind of okay with money. Like I didn't used to be great, but I used to like get along, and then now I'm like, fuck, it's a tough life. So that's why I've kind of like calmed down a bit.
The only thing I used to spend money on is I used to be like a proper nerd when it came to games. So I used to just spend money on games and like equipment, gaming stuff, and that. I was kind of a nerd in that kind of sense. That's all I really spent. I've never ever really been into clothes. To be honest, right now is the biggest I am into clothes when it comes to like buying them. Yeah, never really cared for them beforehand.
This is the thing as well. Like, I feel like some people take it a bit over the top. This is kind of like a joke as well, but my like YouTube manager in a sense give me FIFA 19 yesterday. And he was like, "Oh, can you please?" I give it away anyways. I didn't even keep it. I give it away on Twitter, but he was like, "Oh, can you please show the loading screen?" Because I already had it anyways. And he was like, "Please show the loading screen, and can you tag EA and tag the company that he's with as well?" And then someone messaged me, was like, "Oh, now you're flexing that you're working with EA." I was like, "I'm not like working with EA at all." Like, I've literally just been told to like thank them because it's their game. Like, I want to be able to do brand deals on my channel, but I'm scared because of the content I do that people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's selling out."
Mate, I remember, I can't remember where I was. I think it was, I want to say like I was at the meetup. I think it was at the meetup in Glasgow. I was wearing my watch, and then people were like, "Oh, you flexing?" I was like, "Mate, it literally doesn't work. The battery's dead." I was like,
but no, that's actually worse though. That's worse if you wear it when the battery's dead. Surely.
Yeah, mate, I was like, I don't even tell the time. It's just for show. It doesn't even tell the time. I just wear it because I just like watches.
Because you're a dirty flexer. That's
dirty flex, yeah, flexing a £200 watch.
That's a bit like. Have you seen? Obviously, I do a series called Rich Twats Patrol, and I try to keep that light-hearted because it is just people like flexing their money, but it is a very touchy subject. Yeah. But anyways, right, we kind of mentioned the Ryan Franklin thing. Ryan Franklin thing. I don't know how much he's like gone from the internet, isn't he? Yeah, and he's uploading, but he's like off social media.
Nah, he's still posting stuff on his Instagram stories. I've been keeping up with the Franklin family.
Right, it's because you can't see like the responses to his Instagram stories.
Yeah,
like, publicly. Like on Twitter, if he tweets something, all the comments are gonna be about him being a nonce. Yeah,
and I'd like to. So pretty much, he's been like caught out for whether it was underage or not. I think people think so, but I'm not going to 100% say because there's not like 100% evidence. But he's been talking to like a good like 3 or 4 girls, something like that, that are always viewers, like asking for pics, sending pics, that kind of thing back.
Well, he admitted to one of them, a girl who was 19. And he admitted that.
He admitted to the legal. He admitted to the legal one. But the way I'm looking at it is, I'm like, yeah, it is bad. I agree, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like. Take this out of YouTube context. There is a lot of guys that probably do the exact same thing. They just don't have a YouTube channel or following. But the only difference with Ryan Franklin is that he's using his following to do it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right. I'm not saying to make it right, but I'm just saying it's not like he's the only one doing it. I'm just.
Oh mate, the amount of people on YouTube who do it as well that haven't obviously been exposed, whatever. Probably fucking like.
Oh yeah, like
mental.
I'm not gonna name, but I know like a good like 3-4 YouTubers that have like asked like viewers, and I've got like screenshots on my phone. I don't know why. I don't ask for them. People just like people that just watch me just randomly tell me my DMs. I never answer. I just see them.
I think it's tough because like obviously with viewers or whatever, or people that just watch YouTube who don't actually have a YouTube channel, you've got to be a bit cautious because there is a good chance they could be lying and they are just trying to like dig up a YouTuber.
Like the thing with Cristiano Ronaldo and the rape accusations.
Well, that could be true. That might not be. It's innocent.
Guilty, but when it comes to like famous people, there's just nothing you can. As sad it is, there's nothing you can really do because you never know if someone's just doing it for attention or if someone like it is genuinely true. Like you can never tell.
Yeah, there's been so many times that people, because obviously people contact me about videos to make all the time. Like the snow video was literally from someone who contacted me about it. But there's just like there's just loads of subjects I'm like, yes, that would be worth making a video on, but I don't know if it's 100% true, so I can't make a video on it just in case because I don't want to like dig someone up for something that might not be true. So
like that's why I never tweet about these situations either, because I'm like, it's not true. Or like I wouldn't like, for example, like when I made a Chris Ingham video, not at one point, like even though I do believe it's true, not at one point was I like, yeah, he's a filthy paedophile. Like I didn't say that at one point. Like,
well, one thing we can say about Chris Ingham is he's a fucking idiot. His response video was awful.
Apparently it's deleted now. Someone said that on my live stream.
Oh really? He's deleted it.
I've not checked, but someone said that on my
it was. Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah, it was. I made a video to it. It was the worst.
Mate, it was genuinely the worst response I've ever seen to a situation ever. Like, so obviously Chris Ingham, you don't know, I feel like you wouldn't know. But he was talking to a girl. There's a few situations, some were underage, some weren't, but the main subject was on a girl who was actually 16. So technically she's legal. It's still creepy because he's like, how old? Like 30. He's like a 30-year-old man, he's got a wife, he's got kids, and he was talking to a 16-year-old. So technically he can't get fucking arrested for it, but he can definitely be called a creep, because it is very creepy.
And ruin like his relationship with his family. 100%.
Oh, ruined everything. But he was like,
especially for a family channel as well.
So yeah, obviously everyone went at him and they were like, you have a family channel, or your audience are kids, and you're manipulating them, and you're grooming kids practically. Well, not 16-year-old, you're still a kid, a legal kid, but it's still fucking weird. And then he made a response video and he was like, think about my children. My children have to put up with you calling me a paedophile and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, if you didn't do the creepy shit, like, I feel like that's
it's kind of like a Snow situation. Like, oh, I wasn't doing the dance. It's like that all over again.
I literally say that to him in the DramaAlert with Snow. I was like, you're crying about me calling you a creep. Why do you just not be a creep and then there's nothing to cry about? Like, people love blaming other people for situations they've done. It happens too much, and the same with the Chris Ingham situation. But what is the update on that?
Nothing. Like I'm pretty sure the last thing I seen on it was someone like posted a picture and was like, just seen Chris Ingham in the fish shop.
Yeah, I retweeted that. Someone was like, he literally stands like a nonce. His standing position literally screams nonce. But I think people have just forgot about it. It's sad because the same with the Snow situation. Give that a few months. If he doesn't actually say anything about it, people probably forget about it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't get away with anything these days. Just as long as you, as long as you play your cards right, you can almost get away with like anything.
Well, do you know who V1I is?
V1I? No.
He's a person who was on YouTube like back in the day. So there was when the whole like thing started about YouTubers like being manipulative to their viewers. V1I was one of the main ones. There was stuff about like Alex Day as well, who you might not know. But V1I was someone who literally admitted to the shit he was doing. Admitted like pressuring girls and stuff. I was gonna use the R word, but I don't actually know if he did admit to that, so I'm not gonna say that. But he did admit to like pressuring girls and stuff. He just returned to YouTube and it was like fine. Like, he took a couple of years off, came back, no one cared. And I'm like, fucking hell, people forget.
At least it is fair that people will just admit it though. I have respect for anyone that's just straight up honest and just comes out, but obviously you can never tell if they're being 100% honest or what. But I know if anything ever happened to me, I would try to be as honest as possible.
Well, yeah, but you can't respect someone who admits to like pressuring girls.
Oh no, of course not.
But he did admit to it, and then he just came back, and it was like, everyone forgot, and I was like, there's some things that you just can't forgive, and the stuff he does you can't forgive. I feel like if he should have just went to a different type of job. I mean,
you think?
Well, yeah, mate, if you work in a retail job and you're pressuring one of your colleagues at a retail job, you get fired and you have to get a new job. On YouTube, if you are working at YouTube and you pressure one of your viewers, you can get away with it and carry on doing YouTube. That doesn't make sense to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I always just try. There's always a new one every single week, and I just kind of try to stay out of it because I don't know. Like, I just like what you're saying. You never know if it's 100% true, and I'm sure I've seen someone say. I'm sure I've seen someone say that at times both people can be right. Like, both people can think different things, but they can still both be right. Like, someone could think they're pressuring them, some person could think the complete other, and they could both be right in the end. If that makes any sense, if you get what I mean.
Oh, of course, it's a touchy subject, but this V1 I literally like admit to it.
Yeah, of course. So I don't know the situation, so I cannot make a comment on it. But
that's fair, but yeah. I feel like we could. Leave it there. How long are we going? Like 50 minutes?
52 minutes.
52 bloody minutes. Okay, we'll leave that. So like I said at the beginning, I don't know how many people have got to the end of here, but like I said at the beginning, let me know if you want me to upload clips as well as like the full podcasts. We're probably gonna do this. I don't know how often.
Once a month.
Yeah, as soon as just like a few things come up. As soon as there's a few situations to talk about.
Whenever anything in our life or YouTube gets interesting. Oh, you did want to say one thing about YouTube progression, didn't you?
Oh, about moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll briefly talk about it. So, quick update, because I don't get to say stuff like this on the main channel. So, I know a lot of you guys been like asking about how I've like moved back home. Like, obviously I'm back in Middlesbrough at the minute, and I was in Durham for the past year with Cam and Dan. What is going to be the update is, it's looking like I'm still dealing with the fucking house and payments at the minute. It's a bit of a piss take. But
you're still dealing with the last one.
Yeah. Once that's over and done with, me, Lewis, and Josh Cook are going to be looking at a place further down south. And we're not 100% sure yet, but we kind of know where. But we'll just leave that for now. Basically, just outside of London. Mainly because London's fucking ridiculously priced, and if we're just outside London, it takes us like 20 minutes to get in, then that's fine. But yeah, a bit further down south, so we can make some videos with some YouTubers that you might like or whatever on different channels and whatnot. And yeah, I feel like that's probably gonna be the next step.
Big plans, exciting things coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can't really talk about. We can.
A lot of behind the scenes stuff. A lot of behind the scenes.
This channel that you're watching right now will change quite a lot with like the content that's getting uploaded onto it. For now, we're gonna just upload these podcasts and whatnot. So if you do like these, then make sure you subscribe. It gives me a chance to just kind of talk about shit that I don't want to spend like 20 hours editing on the main channel. So I feel like that'll be worth it. But yeah, if you wanted an update on my life, then that's that. And I think we could leave it there. Do you enjoy yourself, Lewis?
Yeah. I enjoy myself. I had a great time.
You had a great time.
I had a great time. I love life.
You love life. Okay.
Making memories.
Right, so yeah, like I said, leave a like in the video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. We're very close to 30k. We might have actually hit 30k by the time this has been uploaded. I don't actually know how far off we are. But we're close. We're getting there. So if we're not there yet, then make sure you subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit, alright?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.